Hello friends, this is Dr. Saurabh Patwadhan from Nandya Dipaya Hospital, Sangli, India. And in this video, I'll be speaking about a case of iridofuntal coloboma, which I repaired after the removal of cataract. We get many patients with congenital iridofuntal coloboma. The fundal involvement is varied. Some of these patients may have good vision or partially impaired vision. This young fellow approached me with unilateral iridofuntal coloboma and few lenticular opacities, and the dysphotopsia because of these lenticular opacities was causing trouble for him. So we decided to do the cataract extraction. This was a very soft cataract with few lenticular opacities, but those were enough for him to get disturbed. Patient's macula was normal, so patient had potential vision of around 6-9 parts. In iridofuntal coloboma, usually it's just two cloacas which have no zonules, but rest of the zonules are absolutely normal. So you can proceed normally in these cases. If required, you can put a CTR, but most of the cases do not require even CTR implantation if you do the surgery carefully. Now this is a very soft cataract, so I did some hydrodissection, and instead of using phaco, I am using coaxial IA to aspirate the soft nucleus. Patient has high myopia associated with coloboma, and the other eye also has high refractive error, for which patient wants to undergo refractive procedure. During the surgery, care is taken that we use lower bottle height or low IOP. In the initial phase of the surgery, I used heavy dispersive viscoelastic to prevent the fluid to go through the weak zonules into the vitreous in order to avoid hydration of the vitreous. So I have implanted a monofocal IOL, and I placed the IOL such a way that the haptics lie in the colobomatous area. And in future, this part of the capsule is going to get fibrosed and opaque. Now we decided to go ahead with repair of the coloboma. So I used 90 Prolene. I am using 25 gauge end grasping forceps to guide both 26 gauge needle as well as the Prolene needle, and then railroading was done, which is followed by taking out the loop using again 25 gauge forceps, and I use the technique described by Dr. Amar Karwal, single pass 4th row. Once the loop is taken out, 4th rows are made of the cut end of the suture through this loop. You can use micro instruments to get better hold over this thin suture. Once the 4th rows are achieved, I use 2 McPherson forceps to very gently tighten this knot. One should avoid force because the suture may just cut through the iris if you try to tie this knot very quickly. And then the sutures are cut with micro scissors. Again, one more knot is applied so that the gap of the coloboma closes further. I noticed little bit of bleeding from the angle, so I waited for 2-3 minutes, and then I washed out the OVD from the anterior chamber as well as from the back. So along with removal of the lens, I also did pupilloplasty, and you could see the result as compared to the colobomatous defective area. Now that area is closed and we have much better and smaller pupil. Now there are some advantages of doing the pupilloplasty. Though it is optional, it will improve the cosmetic appearance. Patient may have lesser abrasions and lesser sensitivity to bright light. But it all depends on individual patient. If patient has very poor vision to start with, it may not offer much of advantage. So it remains as an optional procedure when we are dealing with lens or cataract in case of iridofundeal coloboma. For more such videos, do subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you can also visit our website phacotraining.org.in. Thank you.